Sir, we've had reports that 1,000 battle droids are headed to our little position here. 1,000? Bruh. Yeah. Real bruh moment there. What do we do, sir? Whew, I guess batten down the hatches. Let's, gear up, 10-4, good buddy? Do you have any idea what you're talking about, sir? No, none whatsoever. Okay, cool. I'll take lead on this one if that's cool with you. That's dope. I'm gonna go hit the cantina up real quick. Alright, well, we went from 26 soldiers to 25. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Daily Tactics here with a different kind of a video. We're doing a large scale defensive battle here, and I just thought it would be really fun and kind of a change of pace to do. So regardless, we have 25 Wolfpack clone troopers here defending this small, tiny village outpost. They've stacked up all sorts of crud that they've found in, old LAATs. They've stacked up some ammunition, they've stacked up random crates, stuff like that, just to make a defensive perimeter that's really, really hard for the droids to traverse. And they also sharpened a ton of pikes and stuck them in the ground to prevent the droids from going through that way. And thus they sort of created this choke point off to the left here, so the droids have to funnel in this way. Then the 25 clones, took up arms. They've got some powerful weapons. They've got DC-15Xs. They've got two turrets, one back here as a second line of defense and one back in the front as a preliminary defense. Then they've also got a mortar over here. And then, DC-17Ms, DC-15As, the works. They've also got a mini gunner laying on the ground over here. They've got quite a number of troopers with some heavy weapons ready to stop the droids. And the droids, though, they have 1,000 troopers coming forward. 1,000 units are heading towards the clones. So this is going to be pretty laggy, so a bit of a lag warning before this video begins. However, the droids only have 25 health and the clones have 100 health. So it's a little bit more realistic to the Clone Wars. The clones have about 4 times as much health as the droids do, and they're in defensive perimeters. So I have a feeling the clones could potentially win this thing, even though they have 25 troopers compared to 1,000 troopers. So yeah, should be really interesting. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Be sure to hit the like button if you do. Let's try and get 500 likes in the first 24 hours. Yeah, and without further ado, let's get this thing going, guys. Alright boys, let's get it started. Like I said before, it is going to be very laggy. I turned my settings down and render distance just so we could have a little bit more smooth of a battle, hopefully. It's not too bad right now, but I think as more droids mobilize, it will get laggier. But then as more droids die, it'll get less laggy. So, a little tit for tat there. Either way, the clones are absolutely beefing up their defenses at the moment. They are firing as much as they possibly can at these attacking droids. This turret is going absolute ham right now. I'm seeing almost no droid fire coming in at the clones, and that's just how effective the clones are being currently. The mortar is firing away, though it does seem to be actually destroying a little bit of the cover over here that the clones created. So the mortar needs to be careful not to destroy these pikes or this cover over here, or else it could open up the clones to a whole lot of fire coming in. But already early into this battle, I'd say maybe 50 or so droids have bit the dust, which is kind of crazy. A few droids are sort of getting in over this way in a tiny gap in the fence, but they're not really able to do much yet because they haven't really navigated through all these cover and the mazes that the clones have set up. It is going to be tricky to get through all that because it is just a really tight area that the clones created. More droids getting blown up by the mortar. It is looking pretty bad for the Separatist army so far, but they've got all these units back here coming forward. Like literally 1,000 units are coming forward. I think they might be able to get a few clone kills in here. Clones are getting a little bit suppressed. Not this cannon though, which is very important. Cannons don't get suppressed in this game. So this thing continuing to fire is absolutely key. But some of the blokes here are sort of positioning themselves downward in suppression. The tree falls over here. Holy cow. That's pretty intense. And I think it killed a few droids actually. Well, that's no bueno. These droids up on this hillside actually managing to get some shots off down at the clones. That's like kind of a first right now for this battle. And it doesn't appear to be that they're really getting many kills at all. Most of the clones are just sort of ducking downwards. Not to mention the droids here have E5 rifles, which are extremely weak. Oh, but the cannon does go down. Ooh, that's a big loss for the clones right there, actually. That is really bad. But I hear the minigun is starting to fire off a little bit. Yeah, it's getting a little bit of chiclet fire out into the droids up there. These droids are really doing all of the work for the Separatist army at the moment. The rest of their army is doing next to nothing, but these guys are kind of making some things happen and actually getting a few kills on these clone troopers. So the 25 clones that are defending currently are, in fact, taking losses, which is no bueno. They need to stop this from happening right now. Another clone up here in the front has gone down. If anyone can do it, though, it's the Wolffe Pack. You know, I spent a lot of time thinking, like, okay, if we're going to do multiple of these videos, who's the first Legion I gotta use? And I sort of thought, it's gotta be the Wolffe Pack. The Wolffe Pack is, you know, one of the hardest Legions of all time. It absolutely has to be them. You know, I considered the Nova Corps, and I considered the 327 Star Corps, but at the end of the day, I was like, Wolffe Pack has survivability, baby, even in small numbers. By the way, another trooper up front has gone down. That narrows down the clones troopers to probably 22, unless more troopers have gone down elsewhere, but it seems like everywhere else is okay. It's really just the front lines at the moment. Hopefully this mortar doesn't run out of ammo anytime soon. It's still peppering these droids with some random shots here and there, which is beautiful, taking out large swaths of them. Sadly, deleting a lot of the bodies, but I mean, if the clones win, then we'll know exactly how many droids died in this battle. 1,000. It's not that hard. It's a pretty simple algorithm. Actually, this tree here went down. I wonder if it smooshed any droids. Lots of droids actually kind of piling in this way a little bit, which could be dangerous if they do manage to navigate through over here. And it looks like one or two have over this way. Oh, and actually, a clone did die over here. Okay, so I guess the droids did do some effective maneuvers over this way. Hopefully this E-Web turret manages to hold over that way for a little while longer and stop them from advancing even farther. It is kind of reaching peak lag right now, as the vast majority of droids are at the very, very front right now. And all of them are sort of stuttering around right here, which is no bueno. No bueno for the frame rate. It is like watching a stop-motion video, but with even worse frames than a stop-motion video. Not even 24 frames a second, which is probably the standard most stop-motions use. Yeah, kind of a laggy video, but I think it's fun. You know, I think sometimes you just gotta embrace the lag to have these epic battles like this. Because, you know, Men of War Assault Squad 2 is really not optimized for 1,000 trooper battles, so... yeah, there's that. Wait, sometimes if you go in slow-mo, it actually improves the frame rate. Let's see if that holds true in this instance. It actually does. It went from about 3 frames per second to about 5, so let's just rock it in slow-mo for a little bit here, and that'll improve the quality. Yeah, it's about 6 frames per second now, which is considerably better than the 4 frames per second we were getting earlier. Rather impressive. But then when we move the camera over here, the droids take up the screen and it's like, ah! My computer wants to absolutely kill itself. Let's see what's going on up here. Have all of these droids up this way died? There's like a few left, but the clones seem to have successfully eliminated the droids up on the hill, which was definitely the biggest threat that the droids were posing to the clones at the moment. Few droids making big plays to the front, but getting chopped down before they really managed to make it up there. These guys just gotta navigate the maze, and they can do some serious damage. I mean, look, they already got a kill over here. Just get more droids up this way, and bingo, bango, boingo, you are clear to get some kills. But they don't seem to want to do that right now. The battle is sort of dying down a little bit, surprisingly. There we go. Some droids are attacking over this way, but they're going down rather quickly. It's not like a bulk force or anything like that. Yeah, the battle is kind of slowing down. Not a ton of droids attacking over this way right now. Should we open up maybe some of these? some of these pikes, you know, it would only be natural that the droids would take out a few of these pikes. So there we go. We'll open the floodgates a little bit so more droids can come forward. Let's go into normal speed again. You know, it'll hopefully make the lag subdue faster. Oh yeah, and a bunch of droids choosing to go that route a little bit over there. Coming in, flooding in at the clone defenders. Clone defenders seem undeterred though. This at the moment is insane. Just the sheer amount of lag. Oh, big mortar shot right there, but I think the wood panels on that barricade kind of absorbed most of the shockwave and prevented those droids from going down, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Let's actually see. Oh, that was a big shot right there. Yeah, nice job, mortar. Let's see how many kills the mortar has, and not to mention how many shells it has left, because that's kind of curious. So the mortar has 145 kills. Oh, it's still got 120 shells left. I think the mortar's going to be able to pull through with a bunch more kills by now. Actually, a few droids seem to be going around this way now, working on a little flanking maneuver, which could be big for them. If they do manage to fully flank around here, there's still a lot of roadblocks sort of preventing them from coming over, but you know, they might be able to get some shots off around the flank. The droids aren't the smartest, so they really are just sort of sticking to the front here and sticking to the choke point within this fallen tree, which is kind of funny. A bunch more sort of standing up on this hillside over here. A few getting a nice couple shots in on the clones, but not amounting to too much. Alright, really not a lot has happened in the past few minutes. I say we clear up a few more of these pikes and stuff and let the droids kind of come up over the hill a little bit. So we'll clear up that. We'll make a small, tiny little gap there. And then back here, we shall... Okay, we got rid of that tree, so we can actually see the droids now. We'll open up a little bit more over here. Just a little bit. There we go. And then a few more droids will come through there. Because it's only natural that the droids would eventually figure out to remove some of the pikes. Especially if they completely own that territory, you know? So now the clones are sort of back in a little bit more action, having to take on some more droids that are coming up over the hill now. But still not a ton. Droids really don't want to come through this way, do they? They really, really don't. It's kind of funny, actually. Oh, and I actually saw The Mandalorian. I know I said I wasn't going to buy Disney Plus, but then I found out it was only $7, and I was seeing the rave reviews of The Mandalorian, and you know what? My id got the best of me, and I was like, okay, you know what? We're spending the money. We're spending the tuition money, and we are buying Disney Plus for a month. And so I've seen the first 2 episodes of The Mandalorian. I, of course, will not spoil, because you guys know I'm very anti-spoils. But, hot dang, that show slaps. Really, really enjoyed it. Would definitely recommend if you have been sort of on the fence about buying Disney Plus. I'd say it's worth it just for The Mandalorian, to be completely honest. And while I have Disney Plus, I'm probably going to end up like rewatching all the old Simpsons episodes, you know, just the first few seasons. I'll probably end up watching, I don't know, maybe the old Star Wars and stuff like that, even though I own those on DVD, so there's really no point. Might also watch a few more things, but yeah, you know, while I got it, might as well utilize it. And then once The Mandalorian ends, I'll get rid of it until the next season or whatever. Oh, I also want to watch the Clone Wars though, so that'll keep me around. Disney, the mouse has successfully stolen some more of my money. The mouse is always snagging Daly's money, but that's okay. I think this is worth it. If they're making good content again, fine. It's so shocking how simple competence from Jon Favreau can recover the Star Wars franchise. That's all it takes is competence. It's crazy. Really wild how that happens. Alright, either way, the clones over on the left side are having to get a few licks in now as the droids are figuring out that, hey, we might be able to flank here. This might be an actual strategy. While still a few go up front that way and more go this way. The mortar seems to be focusing fire this way though, which is sort of creating a no man's land for the droids over here. I'm sure hundreds of droids have died in this space, but their bodies keep getting turned into scrap metal. Yeah, like that shot right there just deleted that body, as you can see. So, we're probably not seeing all of the dead droids over here, but We're seeing a good number of them at the very least. We are getting our FPS back, which is sort of alluding to the fact that perhaps the droids are on sort of their last legs here. I'd say they at least have 200, 300 droid troopers left alive, but the mass majority of their 1,000-man army is for sure dead. And I sort of thought, you know, 25% health compared to the clones for the droids sort of makes sense, because every clone trooper is sort of able to kill 5 or 6 droids, or, you know, if we're doing exact math, 4 droids in the Clone Wars. Each one, you know, if one clone were to go up against a squad of 4 droids, they'd probably kill them all, I'd assume, unless, you know, they were just totally in a terrible situation and didn't have much cover or anything like that. But, you know, then you also see super clones like Captain Rex, who literally gets hundreds of droid kills across the entirety of the Clone Wars, or even Gregor, who gets, you know, hundreds and hundreds all by himself. So, and especially because these are the Wolf Pack and they're hardened troopers, they're veterans, so I felt 25% health for the droids was fair in a video like this. Plus, the clones only have 25 troopers, so it's not a lot. It's really just a tiny amount. They do have the weapons to back themselves up, though. That's the big key thing as to survival here. In reality, they only have, you know, 2% of what the droids have in terms of troopers, which is kind of crazy to think about. Now we're really getting some action in here, and the FPS is fully recovering, which is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, another clone goes down right there. This is tough, actually. The clone's taking more losses. I saw another trooper up here went down as well. So perhaps this could be the downfall of the clone barricades here. I don't know. Not if that mortar has anything to say about it. That thing is nuts. That thing is absolutely nutso. Alright, there's still a lot of droids. There's still a lot of droids. There's still one chilling back here, and then one even farther way back here. Oh, he's on top of the rocks. Okay. He's scouting ahead. He's just like, you know, observing from afar. Reporting back in, saying, okay, my scanners indicate boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. You know how it be. It really do be like that sometimes. Alright, so I'd say the clones have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 troopers. So they are down to 19 soldiers in total. Still not bad, you know? Their kill-loss ratio is pretty nutso. Let's start checking in on some of the kills that these guys have gotten. The E-Whip turret, surprisingly, only 11 kills. It has not been super effective at all. Well, there's a 12th. And there's... Nope, he didn't get that kill. So 12 kills for that. This guy's got none. This guy's got 25. That's not bad. The mortar has 341. So at the moment, the mortar has killed 34% of the droid troops. That's insane. The minigunner has 12 kills. This guy has none. This guy's got none. This guy's got 13. This guy's got 34. This guy's got 38. This guy's got 94. This guy's almost killed 10% of the droids by himself. This guy's got none. This guy's got 3. This guy's got 2. This guy's got 47. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. And this guy over here has 21. That's pretty impressive. We can also check this dead turret. It has 56, so this turret did do some serious work at the beginning of the battle. All around, most of the clones... Oh, the E-Whip turret went down. That's kind of surprising. And another trooper over here. Okay, so more clone losses coming in, actually, as the battle progresses. I guess the clones are weakening in their, you know, state over time, especially these flanking droids. These guys are the real tricksters here. They're the ones that are being devastating to the clone lines, truly. Which is kind of wild. It's a little bit whack, yo. It's a wee bit whack, yo. Still not a lot of an assault going on in the front, which I'm sure the clones are kind of annoyed about, because that's where they've set up the majority of their troopers. That's where the biggest defense should be going, but it's just not happening at the moment. Not happening at all. This trooper behind these barricades trying its best to protect the mortar, but when a mortar trooper does end up going down there, come on, dude, you gotta increase your fire rate. You gotta take those droids out before they kill the rest of the mortar. We only got one mortar team trooper left, which means that the mortar fire rate is actually decreased considerably, because the amount of time it takes to reload the mortar on your own is significantly more than when you're reloading it with a partner, which is a rather shameful thing. Not shameful. It's a shame that that clone died is what I'm trying to say, but I'm saying it poorly. More droids coming up over onto these barricades here, getting a lot of shots off. I think this clone here is like unable to shoot over these barrels for some reason. Perhaps they're just too tall. I think what he really wanted was to shoot through here. That's how he sort of strategized, but instead he's just sort of forced into cover over this way. This clone right here is literally the only one shooting at these droids up here. The only one that is currently putting up a defense. You know, his friends over here are trying to help out, but they just don't have the angle to take on all these droids, while he is really the only one that does have that angle. Did see a nice little grenade go off. We haven't seen too many of those during this battle, which is kind of nice. It's nice that the clones and droids aren't resorting to grenade warfare. Makes everything just a little bit more interesting, in my honest opinion. Just a wee bit more interesting. The droids are probably down to probably 100 troopers right now, I'd say. 100 sounds honestly about right. Oh, another mortar shell going off. Oh, what a banger right there. That was a pretty good shot right there. That was pretty neat. Look at all these mortar impact zones over here. That's absolutely nutty. It's absolutely nutty. It's a real shocker. Oh, this guy ended up going down. That's sad. He didn't even get a kill. He's just in like a poor position, I guess, overall. Which is kind of a shame, you know? Kind of a big shame. The clones really have taken more losses now than ever before, which is so sad. So sad. Hate to see it, boys. Hate to see it. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be, I think I'll mention this in a few more videos just to remind you in the future, but for Thanksgiving, I am going to be going home, and I will not be bringing my desktop computer, so I will not be able to make any videos there. So I'm stockpiling a bunch of videos now, so that I can have content uploaded for you guys, and you know, have some videos at the ready. However, they won't be my usual videos. I've got a lot of odd things sort of planned, just because they're like easier to make, or I've made them in the past and just never uploaded them. So just be aware that it won't be a ton of Men of War content, and I know that's the main reason people come to my channel. So just bear with me for a little bit here while I you know, go hang out with my family, that sort of a thing. I promise regular videos will be back after the Thanksgiving season. You know, the Monday after Thanksgiving, I'll be back here recording more Men of War video content for you guys. But until then, you know, there will be XCOM. There will be, I think, a few Men of War videos sprinkled in there. I'm hoping to make a few. They're just the longest, you know, they take the longest amount of time to make. That's the problem. Yeah, there'll be some oddities in there, but I think they'll be kind of fun, and I hope you guys embrace them and enjoy them. All right, either way, the droids are down considerably. They are not doing too hot here. A few more trying to do a frontal assault over here. We've seen how that works. So I don't know. Maybe they should just keep on going with their little flankaroonie over here, which is working the absolute best right now. I mean, they've killed a ton of clones due to that. The last clone on the mortar did end up going down there. So let's see. Let's count the number of clones left alive right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 clones left alive. So the clones have lost about half their force, I guess, which is kind of shocking. It's shocking in the sense that I didn't expect them to, you know, still have that many troopers left alive at the end of this video, because I thought the droids might potentially win this thing, but the clones instead are doing just an absolute champion job here. Just absolute bad laddery. Mad lad battery. I don't know, this video is very long and I've got not much else to say because there's not that much happening in the battle right now. The clones just sort of keep on having to deal with the flanking droids is the biggest problem right now, but I think they've kind of got this in the bag, in all honesty. Like, unless the droids really just like take out a slew of clones real fast, I think the clones got this, man. I think they're just gonna wreck house and finish this thing strong, baby. There was actually a surprising amount of droids that died at the top of this hill. I guess that makes sense. They were sort of firing down at the clones that way, but I just did not expect them to be fighting from so far away. You know, totally makes sense when you think about it, though. A few droids have died inside these houses here, just through that tiny little slit of a window. Nutty. Absolutely nutty. Clones are going ham, boys. Absolutely ham. Alright. I want to do something drastic. I want to have some fun with the last bit here. We're going to delete the house. Nope, I didn't delete the house. Okay, ready? Deleting the house. That's going to open up the floodgates completely for some clone carnage. So the clones clapping back at these droids for opening up the house here. The droid's also getting a lot of shots in. I think a few clones could die, and one does go down right there from me opening up the house there. I will take full responsibility for that, but it does make the battle a little bit more interesting, as now the droids have to sort of come forward. They've lost their piece of cover right there. But once again, silence. Ooh, a couple more droids coming around this way, actually. This guy's getting a lot of shots off. I think he's sort of what am I trying to say here? Untested? Untested? No one's trying to kill him. And he's just sort of having free range at trying to shoot this guy in the house there, but he is failing miserably. This clone is just sort of chilling in there. You can see his like little head. It reminds me of the cat meme where the cat is like making a what the heck face, and like the people are yelling at it. I don't know. I'm a memer. I'm a boomer. What a boomer. I'm just a boomer, bro. Get out of here, zoomers. Don't use the hard R on boomer, bro. Alright. Well, I like how this block has just been sort of floating here this whole time. That's kind of funny. Alright, there is not that many droids left. There's like 20 or 30 left. Let's just do a frontal assault. Let's just get them all coming forward here. Force them to attack. Force the droids to come forward. Go, you mad lads, go! Progress you must. Have no time for this, I have. I need to go to class. The last of the droids here are getting chopped down. Come on. Why aren't they going forward? There's like 10 of you. Go. You must move. Move you must. Alright, well they are going forward now. And they got shot down. So, I think we're going to chalk this up to a fat clone victory here. Let's check out some of the kills here. This guy got 16 kills in the end. This guy got none. This guy got none with the rocket launcher. This guy got 47. This guy got 71. This guy got 109. This guy got 6. This guy got 12. This guy got 6. This guy got 62. This guy got none. This guy got 61. The chain gunner got 13. And that's it. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. 12 clones left alive in the end, which is kind of nuts. Oh, another droid's out there. Yeah, just kill him real quick. We'll just send the clones forward to clean up these droids, these last few pesky droid boys. So the Wolf Pack managed to kill 1,000 droids. Okay, I'm causing more losses now. 2 dudes died. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. The clones killed. Oh my god. Why? You guys really? Once you get out of the defensive position, you're just completely incapable of killing 2 droids over here? 2? It's just 2 droids. Kill him. Kill them. Oh god, this might be the end of the wolf pack. Guys, just come together here. There you go. Nice job. Okay, good, good. I was worried there. And the last droid left alive is this little scout up here, but he's gonna just retreat back. So the clones killed 1,000 droids and only lost 12 themselves. That is absolutely nutty. This is a super fun battle. Of course I set it up so that the clones had a chance with all these choke points and stuff like that, but it's still kind of shocking they managed to do it just by the sheer quantity of droids. And the droids had less health too, so there's that as well. But man, just intense as heck, boys. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.